So good morning all of you. So today's session we start with unit 1. So that is about the algorithm. So all of you are able to see my screen. 1 minute.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it visible now, the PPT?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's start with the class. So unit 1 starts with the definition of an algorithm. So today we'll be learning about these two topics. We just follow the mouse cursor on the screen. So definition of algorithm is the first topic what we are going to learn, and algorithm specifications. Okay, so these are the two topics what I want to cover in today's class. So first of all, tell me what are the things or the general definition, what do you know by an algorithm?
Step-by-step procedure.
Step-by-step procedure, and what more?
Theoretical representation of a program.
Theoretical representation, text-based representation, we can say. In the normal English language, one after the other line we are going to show as a few lines, which is an algorithm. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the main task of writing an algorithm?
To build a logic.
To build a logic
And
for what?
Clear understanding of the program.
No, first of all, before
Complete a
writing
task.
an algorithm, you should know for what problem you are going to give a solution. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So first thing you should know for what a problem you are going to give a solution. Say suppose I want to add two numbers. Okay, in order to add two numbers, what is the procedure? The general procedure what we have studied in our school days. First of all, when a teacher asks you to do the addition of two numbers, what exactly you need? You need two numbers. First
Yes,
question, what a student has to supposed to do, and then the inputs. Inputs are nothing but the two numbers what she asked us to do. Okay, doing is the student activity, and getting some of those two numbers is the result what she wanted. Yes or no? So similarly,
Yes,
if you
ma'am.
consider an algorithm, so first of all you should know for what problem you are writing a solution. First you should know what you are asked for to do. Addition. So addition algorithm I'm going to do. Okay, I'm fine with that. So in order to do the addition, what are the things first? Input I have to take. Okay, first I read the first input, second input I read. So these two numbers have to be combined. So using what? Addition operator. Okay, just doing addition operator, is it done? And if at all we want that addition, it can be assigned to some other variable, and that variable we can print. That is the final result what the teacher wants. So similarly here for an algorithm, so please concentrate here. Algorithm is a finite set of instructions. What is finite set of instructions? Fixed number of lines. Okay, so if when a problem is asked by a teacher to a student, so she will ask a question that what he can do within some certain time. It cannot be infinite, no. Days together, never ending problem, no teacher will ask a student to do. So similarly, here also we should take up some problem, and that problem solution should be in fixed number of lines, maybe thousands, 1 lakh. That fixed number of lines should be clearly given in the algorithm. So finite set of instructions have to be followed. For what? For what we are following finite set of instructions? Finite means countable. Number of instructions to accomplish a particular task or to do a particular problem. So hope all of you understood the definition of an algorithm.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
now, so can anyone repeat what is an algorithm definition now?
Finite set of instruction that if followed accomplishes the particular task.
No, not reading from my slides, but I want you to give what you have understood.
Algorithm is a step-by-step
Procedure.
Okay, countable number of instructions or countable number of lines, text
Fixed
lines
number
given
of lines.
in order to perform or in order to give a solution to a particular problem.
Task.
So that is the definition. I hope all of you are clear with the definition. So here I have given you some example here. So algorithm for factorial. So whenever I want to find out and my problem first I'm writing. So this is a function block where we are writing since we are writing an algorithm. So algorithm is the keyword followed by yes ma'am. Okay, and it is taking. Yes ma'am. Any problem? Disturbances are coming. Please mute yourself, all of you.
Your voice is breaking, ma'am.
Breaking. Huh?
voice is breaking.
Yes,
Ma'am.
ma'am.
How is it now?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So again, you want me to repeat? Just we have covered what is the algorithm and what is its definition. So this definition says algorithm is a countable number of steps which are done to perform a particular problem and to get its solution. Okay. So here I am telling you about some example of an algorithm. So these things we'll be studying in detail. For now, we just see this one example. So algorithm is a keyword and fact is a function name. For that we are passing the parameter for that function. So this parameter, say suppose I want to find the factorial of 0. Okay, so n is equal to 0 when I pass to this function. So n is less than or equal to 0.
Hello.
It is satisfied.
Hello.
So 1 is less
Ma'am,
than
voice
Yes.
is breaking.
Voice is breaking, ma'am.
breaking. Still it's breaking.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
My net is clear only, ma. You just check from your side, no? I have
No, it's-
Wi-Fi.
It is breaking,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
it's clear for me.
Maybe for whoever it is breaking, the problem is at your side, ma. From my side,
ma'am.
I am not using mobile data also. It's
No, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Wi-Fi.
All it's breaking.
Wi-Fi is.
Ma'am, many are saying no, ma'am. It's voice is breaking.
Sure.
Again, your voice is breaking, ma'am.
Breaking, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
yes, ma'am.
From your side, ma.
Ma'am,
ma'am.
not only for who person who are telling, ma'am, for all.
Everyone, ma'am, except you.
Still it's breaking, ma'am.
Voice is breaking, ma'am, still.
Check yourself and see the signal properly. See, mine is Wi-Fi, ma. Till now, whatever classes I took, I didn't get this complaint from any of your seniors. Almost
Now
3
it's
to
coming,
4
ma'am.
classes I have. Now it's okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
we'll continue. Okay, we'll continue. So here for this factorial number, if 0 or 1, if it is passed, the brace condition, so it is going to return 1. So it should be n less than or equal to 1. Okay. So
Your voice is chopping off, ma'am. Breaking, ma'am.
Hello.
Ma'am.
if you follow,
Yes,
that
ma'am.
is what is the problem, ma'am.
Ma'am,
From
also
my
refresh,
side,
ma'am.
100% working, ma'am. So all of you mute yourself and no more disturbances anymore. If you have any problem, you check from your end. From my side, it's clear. Okay. I'm going to continue now. So the base condition, it is going to return 1, or else if you want the factorial of 2, so 2 will be passed. So the first condition is not satisfied. Then it is going to enter into the loop. So product is equal to, maybe initially the product will be assigned to 1. So
One,
1 into I. So you will get 2 and 2 will be returned. So factorial of 2 is 2. So likewise, you have to write the algorithms. I just gave you an example here, but we'll be learning how to write an algorithm in detail. Okay. So now the definition, is that clear? Definition and some example of algorithm you can write. Okay. Some of
Yes, ma'am.
numbers also you can write. No issue. Okay. So now details of an algorithm. So in order to study an algorithm, so these are the details we have to go through. So here we three things we are going to learn about the details of an algorithm. The first one is criteria for algorithm. The second one is computational procedures. And third one is study of algorithm. So quickly just move on to, we are moving on to the first one, the details of algorithm, that is criteria for an algorithm. So this is important whenever an algorithm details, or whenever algorithm specifications, anything based on algorithm means you have to write all these. Okay, algorithm definition with example and all the details of algorithm you are going to write. So in the details, the first one is criteria of an algorithm. Under criteria of an algorithm, we have 5 things. Okay, here every algorithm should follow these 5 things in order to write. These are the things it has to satisfy. So moving to the first one, input. So I just told you just now an example
Hello,
of
ma'am.
some of,
Hello,
yes,
ma'am. There is roll number 10 is not mute, ma'am. Because of that reason, your voice is getting muted in between. So you can mute everyone, ma'am, from your participants area. If you mute everyone, there will be no disturbance from your side. So there's one
as
person
soon as
who's
the meeting is started, yes, from my side, as soon as the meeting is started, by default, all the students will be muted, audio and video. But later, if you unmute yourself, I'm helpless. All of you be aware of it, no disturbance, just because of one, all others are affecting. See that, behave properly. You and your friends have to gain by this class. Simply wasting time doesn't, it won't be good. Okay? So let's utilize our time, all of you. Let's be in hand. So cooperate with me. And from your side, if you have any problem, you check. From my side, 100% it's working. Okay. So under criteria here means the necessary conditions or the base conditions. With this, only the algorithm can exist. Without this, an algorithm can't. So these are the points. Criteria means, okay. So here, first one, input. So when I ask you to solve sum of 2 numbers, so first you should know for what problem you are giving the solution. Okay, so I am asking you to find sum of 2 numbers. That is a problem. And then for that problem, you need the input print some text, hello, well, so there I don't need any input. Okay, in that case, I can say zero input. But when it comes to your functions, for some operation it has to perform. Then in that case, I need to give the inputs to the operator in order to perform inputs to a function. Okay, so in order to do that function. Are externally to be supplied. Yes, ma, all of you mute yourself. Behave. Second year, I want to go again and again. This is the last warning. Okay. Second bit. So that's of inputs you are giving. And also you should know what output exactly it's going to give. What is the output? How many outputs you can get from any problem? Minimum one, at least, not zero, minimum one. So when I give some print statement with zero input, but some output welcome it's showing, so that is at least one output. So at least one quantity have to be produced. That is the output of an algorithm. And then moving on to the criteria of an okay, finite is countable. Definite is nothing but which is clear and unambiguous. When I say clear, the statements whatever you write, it should be clear, and unambiguous means no confusion. There should not be any confusion. There should be a clear idea of what you're writing one after the other. So that is definiteness. Again, I repeat, the third point under criteria of an algorithm, that is definiteness. Here, finiteness means fixed number of statements, finite, countable. Okay. Definite here means clear and unambiguous. When I say clear, the number of statements and the contents of the statements, it should be clearly given. And then unambiguous means there is no confusion at all. Clearly, without confusion, you are going to write the algorithm. And then moving on to the next one, that is, we just follow the mouse. The next one is finiteness. So, finite, fixed number of instructions. And it should be very much clear with not only finite, but algorithm for all the different cases, then it has to terminate after a finite number of steps. The loop, it should not enter into indefinite loop. Okay, the condition will never be satisfied means it enters into the indefinite loop. It should be, the loop should be correctly given in order to terminate. That is finite number of. So every instruction must be very basic enough and be kept in a principle by a person by only paper and pencil. So if at all we are tracing that algorithm by using a paper and we are tracing with a pen on a paper line by line. So clearly what exactly it is meant, we should be able to trace. So that is effectiveness. It's not only enough that each operation is definite, but it also must be feasible. It also must be feasible. Definite means clear and unambiguous. Unambiguous means clear and without any confusion. But also it should be feasible. What do you mean by feasible? What do you mean by feasible learned in OR? Yes, anyone can respond.
Correct solution.
Correct solution, yes. So what exactly you wanted, are you able to get or not? So that is the solution. So this is the first one. So under details of algorithm, criteria for an algorithm is nothing but input, output, definiteness, finiteness and effectiveness. Again, I'll just within short time I'll just tell you what exactly each one is. Input is nothing but how many inputs you can give for a particular algorithm? 0 or more. 0 or more. What is output? How many outputs you are expecting out of an algorithm?
One or
At
more.
least one. At least one. It can be many also, but at least one. But okay, definite is clear, unambiguous, and the solution should be feasible. Finiteness means the termination condition, it should be clearly specified. Effectiveness means it should be very basic enough,
To understand.
very basic enough to be carried out. Okay, so these are the details of an algorithm, that is criteria of an algorithm. So we'll just move on to the second one, computational procedures. So what exactly is computational? Computational means solving. Okay, so in general mathematics, solving a problem we say, whereas in computer science, solving we say as computational. Procedures are nothing but the algorithms or step-by-step lines. Okay, algorithm is also sometimes called as procedures. Computational procedures, what exactly this means is the algorithms, what exactly we are writing, if they are definite. So definite means clear, unambiguous and giving feasible solution. And effectiveness means basic enough to be carried out. So if these two conditions, definiteness and effectiveness, are 100% satisfied for a particular algorithm, then that kind of algorithms are called as computational procedures. Okay, when a particular algorithm, okay, definiteness, finiteness and effectiveness, so when we say that within a particular number of steps, if that loop is going to terminate, so we can easily say that its time of execution can be calculated. Say suppose you are writing a loop as for I is equal to 1, I less than 10, okay, from 1 to 10, okay, less than or equal to 10 and then I plus plus. Okay, and we are writing the print statement. So now there, how many times it is going to iterate? 10 times. So the time calculated for that 10 iterations is nothing but the time of execution. Time of execution can be calculated for computational procedures. Why? Because they are definite, finite and also effective. Okay, so this is the second one under details of an algorithm. So moving on to the next one, study of an algorithm. Okay, under details of an algorithm, third one is study of an algorithm. So study of an algorithm is nothing but it includes many important and active areas of research. Usually in research, study of algorithms is carried out. Okay, so here there are 4 distinct areas of studies. They are how to devise algorithms, how to validate algorithms, how to analyze algorithms, how to test algorithms. Okay, so let's see one by one in detail. So study of algorithms covers the first point, how to devise algorithms. How exactly we are going to Devise algorithm. So here it means as creating an algorithm is an art, is a talent, okay, which may be never automated. So creating an algorithm is a art or a talent or an individual capability, individual intelligence, individual application of knowledge, which is never completely automated. And there are various design techniques where different useful algorithms can be built. So that is when I was talking to you about the syllabus in detail. So unit 2, 3 and 4, we are going to study different methods to solve different kind of problems. Okay. So if it is based on the problem, how you want to trace out the solution, a particular method or particular procedure you are going to opt for. So that kind of methods are like greedy method, dynamic programming, backtracking, branch and bound. So these are the various design techniques in order to devise an algorithm. Okay. So the next one is nothing but the study of algorithms. The second point, to validate algorithms. How you can validate an algorithm? So whatever the algorithm you might have written with the necessary conditions. So if at all for any kind of input you are giving to that algorithm, if it is able to do and giving us output, then we can, it is a valid algorithm. So here again, let's see how to validate an algorithm. Once an algorithm is or answer for all legal means which is meaningful, what have to be given to that, it has to be given. Okay, so when I say sum of two numbers, so there we should give only numbers. If you give some text and if you ask them to do, then it's not a legal input to that algorithm. Okay, so it should be a legal input. For all legal inputs, if that algorithm is working properly and giving some output, then we can say that algorithm is a valid algorithm. And the reference of validation of an algorithm is nothing but solving and giving a solution for all legal inputs. Okay, and then moving on to the next one, analyze algorithms. How exactly we can analyze? I was just telling you about this analysis of algorithms when I discussed the syllabus. Anyone? What I told you about analysis or analyze algorithms? Our subject is that only. Design and analysis of algorithms. Anyone? Yes, students? Is it audible? Hello? Hello?
Yes, ma'am, it's audible.
Then why
Yes, ma'am,
no one
it's
is
audible.
answering? Then why you are not answering? Analyze algorithm means finding out space complexity and time complexity is nothing but analyze algorithm. See, just writing an algorithm step by step and following all the necessary conditions and all is not enough. But how much space it's taking, how much time it's taking, that also is considered. That is analysis. Okay. Say suppose if I ask the entire class to write the algorithm for adding sum of two numbers or swapping of two numbers. Okay. So some of you may write in 3 lines, some of you may write in 5 lines, 10 lines. But I want the effective one. I want the effective one, which is satisfying all the necessary conditions and also giving less number of lines of code, and also if it is less number of lines of code, automatically the time complexity will be reduced. So for such algorithms are the algorithms which are expected. Okay, so that is what analysis. Again I repeat, analyzing an algorithm means not only just writing the algorithm satisfying all the base conditions, but also along with the base conditions, if it can be reduced number of lines in the algorithm, so automatically the time complexity, time taken to execute that algorithm also will be reduced. So analysis is based on space and time complexity. Okay. And then moving on to the next one, how to test algorithms. So testing means, what do you mean by testing? Test whether true or false. Okay, whether this algorithm is working properly or not. Okay, so that is what testing. So testing consists of two different phases. One is debugging, the other one is profiling. When I say debugging, it is the process of executing programs on some data or inputs, what we say, to determine if any errors are existing. And if any errors are existing, then we correct them. That is what debugging. So generally when first time you are learning programming languages, the code whatever ma'am might have told or whatever the solution you want to do. So when you start programming it, maybe at the first attempt when you are executing it, you may not get the output. Okay, so it shows some errors. So seeing that errors, again correcting until it's error free and getting the solution, that process is called debugging. Okay, and then profiling. So it's nothing but the process of executing for the correct inputs and measuring the time and space complexity for getting a solution is nothing but profiling. So clearly I have given it's in the braces, performance measurement. Performance measurement, how much time and how much space it's occupying. Okay, so this study of algorithms topic is very important. Whatever I have just covered about all the algorithms, so all these three things are important. Okay, so again I just repeat this point, study of algorithms. So the first one is device algorithms. So what exactly is devising algorithm? It's an art, or it's the one's intelligence, keeping it a step-by-step process, okay, which is not completely automated, and it can be done using different design techniques like greedy method, dynamic, and etc. And then moving on to validate. How exactly you are going to validate? It should give the correct results for all the correct inputs, legal inputs, not for incorrect inputs or illegal inputs. For a legal inputs, it has to give correct solution. So that's how we validate. And then analyze. So analyze here comes into the picture when it says about computing and storage time. And then testing means two things we have to talk about, debugging and profiling. So it should be error free. If it is an error is occurring, again we are going to correct them and do. So that is what debugging. Profiling means the performance measurement of time and space complexities. Okay. So this is about the study of algorithms. So I'll be just clear with these things. So as I told you, today's topic is definition of algorithm and its specifications. So first topic, definition of algorithm, is nothing but the definition with some example and the details of an algorithms. Okay, so that covers the first part of our topic for today. And the second one is algorithm specifications. Okay. So algorithm specifications means how exactly I can write an algorithm. Okay. Clearly giving. So here, first comments. How do I write the comments for a particular algorithm? 2 backward slashes. 2 backward slashes can be given for a comment in an algorithm. Okay. And then moving on to blocks. How do I write a block of code within the flower braces? You are aware of this. So flower braces. With 2 flower braces, you can write block of code. Assignment of values. So generally assignment of values in programming language, how do you say? A is equal to 5. But that assignment has to be preceded with colon. So in general, we say A is equal to 5. But in algorithms, when you are writing, assignment should be written as A space colon equal to 5. So that is how we give the assignment of values. And then moving on to the Boolean values, whether it is true or false for logical or relational operators. So how do we compare? So less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. So all the symbols how we use in programming language, the same thing can be used here also in order to get the Boolean values, whether true or false. If it is true, it is going to enter the loop. It is false, it is going to come out of the loop. So that's how it is traced. And multi-dimensional, 2 square brackets. 2 square brackets. Say, suppose A of I comma j. A open square bracket, I comma j close square bracket. So that's how we give the 2-dimensional array. And coming on to the loops, it's the same thing as how we write in programming languages. Say while condition do flower braces, and within that flower braces block, we can write the number of lines of code. Okay. And then conditions. So condition also, we can give if condition, then statement. Okay. So, and then moving on to input and output. So how do I write input and output in algorithm? So input and output are done using the instructions read and write. Read and write, we are going to write in the algorithm for input and output. And then coming to procedures. Procedure is nothing but a function. So just now when I showed you the example of an algorithm, there I showed you. So a procedure should start with algorithm keyword A caps, and then the procedure name, the function name, and the parameters. And then flower braces, what exactly it means, that block of code. So that is how we are going to give the procedures. So algorithms, again I repeat, algorithms specifications means how exactly the algorithm can be written. What are all the clear specified instructions in order to write an algorithm. So first one is about comments, that is 2 backward slashes, and blocks with the curly braces. Assignment, general assignment, we just say equal to, but in algorithm we have to write colon equal to. Okay. And here for logical relational operators, in order to compare logical operators. Okay, so what are the different symbols we use? Less than, greater than, the same symbols we can use, which are available on the keyboard. And then multi-dimensional arrays within the square brackets. And then loops, while, condition, do, and then block of code. And here conditions, if condition, statement. And after every statement, it should end with semicolon. And how do we read input and output? Input is nothing but read, and output is nothing but write statements we are going to use. And the procedure, how do we write? Keyword algorithm, and then function name, its parameters, and then block of code. So I'll just show you some example where the specifications are given. So here example I'm just writing for to find the maximum number. Okay. So here this is a procedure. Procedure is starting with algorithm keyword and then function name and then what are its parameters. So here A is an array and N is the number of elements. So when I want to find maximum of a few numbers in an array, so what I do, first I'm taking one number and that number I want to compare with each and every number in order. So first is compared with second one. I'll check whichever is bigger. If that is bigger, I'll swap. Okay. And then that bigger number again compared with third one. Whichever is bigger, swap. Again, bigger number is compared with fourth one. So likewise, so finally it is going to return big. So that is how we write the algorithm. And here, not only the logic, but also see the specifications, how it's given. So assignment operator, as I told you, assignment operator for writing an algorithm, how do we write? Colon equal to. Okay, not just equal to, colon equal to. And every statement, it should end with semicolon. Okay, and the operators here, the symbols, it can be used. And this is the block of code. Okay, and this is the procedure. So these are the things what I wanted to cover today.